Well, hello, Dr. George Bobbitt here. Excited to share with you a little bit something on the mind in a workshop that we're holding to help you balance the emotions that you're not happy with. So here's what I want you to first understand. If you look at this slide, it says that the mind or the brain itself is an electronic instrument. And why is that important? Well, it's important because of this. You form brain cell patterns by accepting and identifying with ideas, whether they're constructive or destructive. And then in addition to that, you are responsible and you can reconstruct your mind at will. And people often ask, well, how do you reconstruct the mind? Well, you need a tool, some type of re-education device. One great tool that we're using is Dr. Fleet's Total Body Handbook or Total Health Handbook, The Rays of the Dawn. This is simply the natural laws of the body, the mind, the soul. Now, why am I bringing this up? As a chiropractor, here's what I noticed, that 80% of my patients that come in here, the origination for their problem is not physical. It happens to be something gone with the emotions, some type of incomplete awareness or incomplete perception that's creating a disease or disease process in the body. So here's what we're going to do. Saturday, July 26th, this is 10 a.m. to 1 p.m., we're going to host an event on how you neutralize the negative emotions of prejudice, and you neutralize prejudice with forgiveness. And you go, well, what do you mean prejudice? What does that have to do with anything? Well, let me just give you an idea of prejudice from the book. There's a simple definition. I'll just read it to you. And Dr. Fleet says that if we look at this in a restricted sense, in a more restricted sense, this definition, prejudice can be defined as premature judgment, bias often grounded on sentiment, ideas, or associations. He says that the prejudiced mind is a closed mind. Closed mind. It passes judgment before making a full and complete inquiry. And in this sense, prejudice is regarded as an evil and an undesirable trait, and it constitutes a retarding force in our spiritual, mental, and physical progress. Now, I don't know if that means a lot to you right now, but here's what I do know. I do know that since 80% of our issues are psychosomatic or emotional or incomplete awarenesses, what that does to the brain is causes the brain to release chemistry in an abnormal way, which then leads us to disease. And so look at this slide. Here's the idea. When we're influenced by others' opinions, others' ideas, we're suggested by the world, or we listen to theories or speculation, and most of this false knowledge, it ends up creating this idea of prejudice. Well, how do you offset prejudice? Well, you offset it with knowledge, with facts, with laws, with principles, with truth. So the big idea is truth your authority? Or is there an authority that's acting as you truth because you haven't evaluated it, hence causing you to have a prejudiced mind, which then offsets our emotions, which offsets our chemistry, which then creates disease. So if that interests you, then join us. July 26th, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. We're balancing the emotions of prejudice. We're going to neutralize prejudice with forgiveness and what that means in a way to help improve your entire health, physically, mentally, and spiritually. We're also going to have a kids session at the same time in a format to teach our kids how to forgive and be less prejudiced. And this idea of, well, I forgave, but I don't forget. I'm not certain that that's the big idea. I think the big idea is forgiveness and forget go together. But if you want better health, it may be a worthy study to sit and listen. We'll have in person, we'll have it online. Look for the details below. Share it with a friend. We look forward to seeing you. Have a great one.